My name is Nordine Zouareg. I'm a former Mr. Universe, coach, speaker, and author. I have been in the industry for so long, and I can honestly say this. There can be no true and long-lasting fitness without inner fitness. That is, the equilibrium that one can create between the emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual aspects of oneself. Only when that creation of that equilibrium happens, you are now experiencing inner fitness. The fitness of the body, the fitness of the mind, your emotional fitness, and your spiritual fitness. All these things put together, and when they're taken care of on a regular daily basis, will you achieve true happiness. We live in a new world order with pandemics, political unrest, and all kinds of crazy stuff happening in this world. Research have shown that the escalation of the addiction phenomenon and another pandemic, addiction, are on the rise. Whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, people are increasingly becoming not only fearful, but they're becoming chronically stressed, chronically depressed, chronically fearful of everything that is happening. And to cope with those things, they're seeking coping mechanism. I call them spiritual substitutes. Like I said, whether it's alcohol, sex, or food, they are addictions. I have outlined in the book, and by the way, the book started 2 years. I started writing the book 2 years prior to the pandemic, and the pandemic really brought a new perspective. And I learned, and what I have learned is that the issues that we are dealing with, they're not new. You know, there was addiction before the pandemic. There was fear and anxiety, depression, and before the pandemic. But it's now the pandemic and all these unfortunate events have impacted greatly and sort of magnified the situation. And inner fitness have the tools. Okay, I've written specific tools to transform and to make one's life much better in the midst of conflicts. If you use these tools the way they are meant to be used, then, as I said earlier, you will create happiness. You will exit this toxic mental and emotional environment. It's just a matter of willingness to do so. What if I said to you that inner fitness is for everyone, and also for a select few? Is that confusing? Again, inner fitness is for everyone, and yet only a few are going to get it. Why is that? When you are unconscious or you don't know that you don't know, In other words, you don't know you need help. You don't seek for help. Make sense? When you don't know that you don't know. Example, people are telling you that you need to do something about your health and well-being, for instance, but yet you're in denial. You think that everything is fine with you. You live in what I call the low level of existence. And it is hard to convince you to do the right things, to start exercising, eating better, getting the right amount of sleep, good quality sleep, and not freak out. It is very tough to do this. I do this every single day. And the toughest part is to get a person that is not aware, okay, bring them to light, to that sort of awareness. And all of a sudden, the person is now understanding, they went from not knowing that they didn't know to knowing that there's an issue. Not knowing that they didn't know to going into this awareness that they do need help. And then taking them from there to actually doing the things that are conducive to their health and well-being. Jumping from that fear to the courage to actually doing what is necessary. And done long enough, when you use the tools in the book regularly, it's just a matter of time before it becomes you. It becomes automatic. And then you become what we call unconsciously competent, unconsciously automatically doing things that it becomes a new you. But before you get to that point, like I said earlier, this book is for everyone and also for a select few. The ones that are going to read the book, utilize and apply the information of the book in the book, then are the ones who are going to succeed in creating that equilibrium between the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of one's life. And that is happiness. If you are struggling with things like eating habits, poor eating habits, lack of good quality sleep, not exercising, coping with what's happening in your life by using spiritual substitutes like drugs, alcohol, sex, then you need to read this book. And I'm not saying this because I wrote InnerFitness. I am saying this is because when you bring awareness and light, clarity into your life, you realize and you can see what's going on. You can now honestly see what's going on, how you feel and how you behave. Only then can you fix it, right? If you're not aware of the problem, you most likely never going to fix it. So you are bringing awareness into your life and finally are able to do something about it. Finally, you're able to do something about it. You see, InnerFitness is not your typical self-help book. I'm going to repeat it again. It is not your typical self-help book. Why? It really doesn't tell you to do this or do that. It really instead helps you bring awareness. It shows you what the problem is and helps you fix the problems once and for all. It helps you create long-lasting results in both your health and well-being. So, how is it going to help the masses? When you pick up a copy of the book and honestly give it time and read it, keep an open mind about it. Keep an open mind. That is, don't come with a preconceived notion that, okay, Inner Fitness, 5 steps to overcoming fear and anxiety while building your self-worth is just another self-help book, because it is not. Once you read the book and you feel the book, you understand its content, you apply the content, you achieve the result. You read the book, you read the content, you feel it, you understand it, you apply it. That is how it must be read and how you must be in that state of being. Because trust me, if you just use your mind to read the book, if you just use your mind to read the book without feeling it, without being it, I don't think it'll be enough to put you back on a path to health and well-being as well as happiness. What if I said to you that the book is not about you self-helping yourself? The book is far greater than that. It will bring you awareness. That awareness comes from a lot of different places. For starter, I wrote the book, so I am helping you. See, you're not self-helping yourself. You also are helped by the author. You're also helped by numerous stories of past and current clients with experiences such as your experiences. So they are actually indirectly helping you. That is not self-help. What I think you are thinking of when you say self-help is that you buy the book, you read the book, and you're looking for instructions. And that is all coming from the mind, right? You're expecting some tools so you can use. What if I said to you that while you're reading the book, you are feeling, you're emotionally getting involved with the stories. You're emotionally getting involved with the content. We're not talking about doing. See, self-help, we're not talking about doing. We're talking about being. Only, as I mentioned before, only by being the content will you be able to actually do. Okay? There's a huge missing part between knowing and actually doing. Okay? There, with the internet, we are bombarded with how to do this, how to do that, how to feel like this, how to feel that, like that. There is a missing part that is between the knowing and the doing. My friends, I'm bringing that awareness in this book. Take advantage of it. Happiness. Everyone seeks long-lasting happiness. And the misconception about happiness is always in the doing. You see, most people, when they think of happiness, they think about doing things, achieving goals, realizing dreams. It's in the doing. They're always thinking about doing something, and when they get to achieve a certain thing, they want to do something else. And when they get to that something else, they want to do something else. In essence, they are never here. You know, I love this quote. It's a very simplistic quote that I learned from a taxi driver when I was in the Mauritius Island. I was working with a client for 6 weeks there, and I had a taxi driver that picked me up and dropped me off every day. And he had some incredible stories. But this one is simple. He said, if you're not here, you're not here. And when you're there, you're not here. Okay? If you're not here, you're not here. And when you're there, you're not here. What does it really mean? Well, I think to me, it does define happiness. Most people are never here. They're always thinking about doing the next thing, get the next thing, and the next thing. And that, my friends, is seeking for accomplishment. It's seeking for satisfaction, not happiness. So they're thinking about doing. How about, what if I said to you that happiness is a state of being that is often disrupted by outside element. Happiness is a state of being that is often disrupted by outside elements. The ego, the mind, throws you off path of happiness. It throws you off the path of happiness. One moment you feel at peace, another you're not anymore. Some call it peace of mind. Again, peace of mind. What if I told you that peace, that happiness does not reside in the mind? Because the mind creates all kinds of crap, right? If it creates, if it's busy being the past and the future, it's busy being afraid, how can it be bringing peace? Peace is not of the mind. It resides in here. Happiness is a state of being. Happiness is a state of being. It does not need anything or anyone to be created, right? To be felt, to be experienced. You connect to that higher level of existence, as I mentioned in the book, where you constantly in that awareness, okay, that if you don't feel happy, you immediately know what to do to bring you back on that path. That, my friend, is happiness. Happiness is a state of being. Unhappiness is a state of mind. Why? Because the mind creates reasons why you should be unhappy. The mind creates reasons why you should be unhappy. The heart creates reason why you should stay happy. The heart creates reasons why you should stay happy. And for that, you do not need anyone or anything. You can be instantly happy. And of course, look, I'm not naive, and I'm going to say to you, we don't stay in that zone 24/7. It's a dance we dance between fear and love, between fear and happiness, back and forth. The key is to bring back awareness. When you are aware, you can fix whatever problem you have. When you're aware, you can bring yourself back from fear to love, from fear to happiness. And yes, listen, I love to do things, to accomplish things. Of course, look, I've accomplished incredible things, you know, from a sick, premature baby born in the back of a truck to becoming Mr. Universe. I have worked with many famous people, celebrities. I have traveled the world, bought myself incredible stuff, but did it bring me happiness? Did it bring me happiness? And the answer is yes. Well, was the things that I achieved themselves bringing me happiness, or the doing so to accomplish that brought me happiness? So what if I said, well, since happiness is a state of being, you connect to it. Well, those things help me ascend there. They help me connect. But I could have done it without those things as well. So yes, things can bring happiness, but actually they don't bring happiness. They help you connect to happiness. They help you connect to happiness. And frankly, doing things, accomplishing things, keeps you away from being bored. That's where anxiety creeps in. When you're bored, that's the opposite of mindfulness. Anxiety creeps in and you're bored. And you start freaking out. You start feeling all kinds of things. I call them sensation, physical sensation. You call them symptoms. And that can freak you out, and it's a vicious cycle. To get out of it, it's to bring awareness. To get out of it, you must bring awareness. You must come back to the present moment, and there you create things. You be passionate. When the mind is not busy creating bad stuff, it is busy creating good stuff. When the mind is not busy creating bad stuff, it is busy creating good stuff. In other words, be passionate about something and distract your mind. Be passionate about something and distract your mind. So if you're using passion to connect to happiness, that's a great thing. But again, you do not need anyone or anything to feel happy, to be happy. The book InnerFitness, my book InnerFitness, is well worth your time, energy, and money, because it's going to bring you right back onto this path to health, well-being, and happiness. Of course, I'm the author of the book, and I like to say this. When you have a baby, you never go around and say, I have an ugly baby, right? Your baby is the best looking baby. Likewise, my book, I can say, is the best book in the world, right? I'm the author. I want you to judge and make that assumption. I want you to not only get the book, feel its content, apply it, and see the results, and then give me your opinion about it. Leave some reviews. Reviews for authors are very, very important. You see, especially lately with the pandemic, because book signings, brick and mortar book signings are not happening. We rely on podcasts, interviews, but also you guys. You are the power behind this. You are, and when you leave reviews that are wholehearted and they're meant, they come from the heart, you're helping other people to potentially get the book and change their lives as well. Understand, your reviews are very, very important. So please, I have some friends, for instance, that got the book, read the book, and never left a review. And it's kind of annoying or frustrating when you ask them, did you leave a review? Oh, yeah, but it's, I love this book. I'm doing what needs to be done. I'm feeling results and everything else. But I forgot to leave a review. When you do that, when you forget to write a review, you're actually taking away from the book's success, so to speak, inhibiting its power of sharing what's in it. And so that's exactly what I want you to do, is to not only read the book, feel its content, apply it, get the result, review the book. Very important. I have traveled the world 4 different times, and I have yet to meet one person that is not yearning for love, health, and happiness. Love, health, and happiness, including myself. That is why I wanted to write a book that brings and share with you powerful tools to help you create love, health, and happiness. Put you right back on the path to happiness.